Alright, so we made the EP thinking we can only afford a certain amount, so let's give the crowd 3 of our best songs at the time. So we still have other songs we were writing, and we're writing them. We'll have those in store later for the fans, but right now let's show people what we really are, get them excited about that, and see what happens, have some fun with it, and that got us to where we are right now.
Alright, so a long time ago, and by a long time ago I mean about 4 years ago, I was a little lad. I was about 4 years in 7th, 8th grade. I was getting into playing music, and I kind of realized it's kind of what I wanted to do as my job, because I really wasn't really good at anything else. And I found this kid on a track field one day and walked up to him and was like, "Hey, I heard you play guitar." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Any good?" And he's like, "Like, can you play Green Day?" He's like, "Yeah." So then I went over to his house a couple weekends later. We started practicing. We didn't really do much for a while. We kind of just sat around and pretended we were something. I don't even know what we were at that point. We were about to let loose. Yeah. Shut up. Did you really just go? She's about to let loose.
Alright, seamlessly just keep going.
Anyway, so for a while we didn't really have anything, and we found out that a guy in his neighborhood played drums. So we hooked up with him for a while, and I was a bassist. I wasn't a guitarist at the time, but I wrote on guitar, and he kind of had this thing against bassists, so he fucking hated me for no reason. So for a while, I was like, alright, this sucks, I'm gonna leave. So I left for a little while, did some other band and some other people. Came back, realized the guy was gone, so I was like, hey, you want to be in a band again? And he was like, okay. So we get back together, and then
skipped this whole huge part where we played a party with.
Oh yeah, about this
So
guy.
I'll take it from there.
Sorry.
Back then, when I actually met these guys, it was freshman year.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Aaron, you got Andrew. There were 2 other guys, which was
a drummer and a singer.
The old drummer, and there was a singer. And I was at the Sweet 16 party that they were playing at, and I was like, he's got a drum set. I kind of want to play it. So I was talking to my friend like, hey, John, I think I should play those drums. And John's like, go for it, man. So I'm like, okay. So after their break, they were tearing down a little bit. They just had the MP3 player out, so they were just playing music. And I'm like, hey, dude, can I play drums? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I sat down. I was jamming with one of you guys.
Yeah, you were jamming with me and Jack.
I was jamming with you and Jack. And I turned around, and you guys were like really digging it. I'm like, okay. So they eventually pulled me aside. And they're like, hey, do you want to be our drummer? And we eventually concluded that the other guy would go off to be something else. Bunch of other band drama occurred, but basically from these 2 guys and the other 2 guys, kicked them out. I became the drummer. We were a 3-piece. And then we were looking for a different sound. We were like, what else can we do? What can we add to this?
We almost felt like I could almost like hear it in my head. Like there was
there
a
was
sound.
something
there was
there.
something that needed to happen, and I couldn't figure out what it was. And for a while I was like, oh, we just need to write better fucking songs. And I realized, no, we need we need a lead player.
So it wasn't the songs were bad, they were just lacking a certain element that we couldn't find.
We were looking for something, so eventually we're like, do we know any lead guitar? Can we do that? But I was against that.
Yep. First.
I was against that because I was like, dude, I like what we have. And I knew, dude, Will's awesome, and because I've known you since freshman year, and I've seen you, what was it, Mike Club, and you were like shredding away. We all sucked back then, it was great, man. So I was like, Will Lopez maybe? And I was iffy about it. And I was still iffy, like, right when we started playing. But then as I heard you, I was like, yeah.
And at that time,
yeah,
I didn't know that these 2 knew each other or they went to the same school. I was looking online because we knew fuck all anybody that could play guitar.
Nobody.
Yeah. No one in our area is really that good. No offense to anyone around the hall.
Or they're closet players, and we don't want no closet players.
No. So I was scanning around on Facebook for a while, and I saw this kid post a shred video, and I was like, okay, whatever. Watch it. Within the first 3 seconds, I'm like, I have to have this guy. There's no way he's saying no. I'm going to force him. I don't care what he says. So I got him to come over to my house, somehow willingly.
Which you didn't answer the door as soon as I got there.
Well,
I was out there for about 15 minutes.
Sorry.
Very bad first impression.
Now, yeah. So when I first met this kid, he's got like this scowl on his face, and he's like, so, can you do this face? And he's a little really fucking hit everything face.
What face?
That thing. That. Yeah.
Can I make that face?
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, it looks like that.
My face.
So maybe a little more exaggerated, but it's like that. So I saw you. You scared the shit out of me at first, like everybody else. And all of a sudden, you start making these jokes about a space expedition, and I'm like, this guy's alright. I like this guy. He's funny.
We have a space cadet.
We have a space cadet for a lead player. And then...
Why have we never heard these stories before?
I have never heard that story.
I don't know. He's just bringing it
Since
out
when
now.
have you been a space cadet?
Always.
Alright,
okay.
Okay.
I exited my mother's womb.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so basically, once you came in the band, you guys 4-piece.
Yep.
And you guys been a 4-piece for 4 years?
And the funny thing was, there was a practice
How long?
we had.
We've been a 4-piece for like 2 years, maybe.
Year.
A year.
Alright, I'll give it a year.
It's been a year.
It's been a year, almost exactly. But the funny thing was, like I said before, it was something I was hearing in my head. And I swear to God, when he played a lead in the song, I think it was the verse lead in Dark World, and I swear to God, that was what I was hearing in my head. And I was like, that's the fucking guy. That's the guy.
He's the chosen one.
So,
Yeah.
sum that up. We're now forced piece.
Forced
We're
piece.
forced piece. We
Forced
are
piece.
a four piece. This is us. We all cover our parts pretty well. We don't need anybody else. This is us. This is Till They Rise.
Yep.
Sweet. Alright, and then what's your goals as a band? Like, where do you see yourself in, like, say, 5 years? So, like, who do you want to be on stage with? And if you had one band to play on stage with as a band, who would that band be?
See, this is
I
a
got
hard
this.
question.
No,
You
I got
got
this.
this.
I got this. Okay. Start off with, let me just say that whatever we do, it's for fun. We're having a good time. This is a good time. So it's fun. So, going down the road in a few years, I would like to see us tour somewhere. You know, let's start East Coast. I would love to go to Australia.
Me too.
I want to go there. I want to pick up a kangaroo, and he will be mine.
You want me named Squishy?
I don't care what. Screw you.
And he will be my
I'm,
squishy.
I'm naming the kangaroo. I would like to tour first East Coast, then I would like to tour somewhere offshore, somewhere. That would be awesome.
Okay.
And then, what was the other question? Oh,
Really want to play with.
we would. I personally would love to play with August Burns Red.
Yeah, we
I'm
would
just
love
saying.
Okay.
I love August.
See, we're not going to have a unanimous decision on who we want to play with.
Yeah.
We're playing
We all
completely
want
different
something
stuff.
different.
with August Burns Red. We're gonna play
Well,
with
you know what? You can do that. I'll have us go play with Under Oath. You can play with Insomnium. And then you... I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't either, honestly. But
You have too many.
But yeah, alright, next question is, alright, this EP, like, what's your goals for it? Like, what do you want your fans to get out of it?
I really want them to see that we're not just a local band anymore, and that we're really, really trying to make something out of us instead of just being just
We're not-
another run-of-the-mill band. that
yeah, we're
comes
not
out.
just angsty teenagers going, yeah, fuck parents, bad.
Fuck my parents. They give me money and let me do shit. I hate them.
We just want them to see us as, once we're on stage, maybe they'll see us on TV someday or some big tour, they'll say, I knew them back in high
Back
school.
in the day.
They, not only will we be a local face, but we'll be a national face.
You know,
so that is
And it's a
correct.
funny thing because we get that a lot. People saying, "Oh yeah, I used to know them. You know, went to school with them. You guys are gonna be famous and all that."
We get that all the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the cool, one thing I really hope happens is when they see us, they'll be like, they're the same fucking kids they were back when they were 18.
These
I
guys.
think
Okay.
we just want people to realize that we're here so we can have that fan base support.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's
Alright.
from my viewpoint.
From your
what
point,
we
yeah.
need.
Okay, well, there's two things about that song. When I wrote the song, it was one of those, I was having one of those typical days. I had already written the song. It actually came to me when I was asleep. I have lucid dreams, so I can kind of control what's happening. So I was actually playing it in my sleep, if you can believe that. I woke up, was like, fuck yeah, it's a cool riff. Went and played it so I could remember it. I'm not making this up. This is totally fucking real. They're laughing because they don't believe me. But I'm serious. This is real. And I had it for a while. I went to school one day and it was one of those days where I was to check out and she's like, fuck you, no, you're weird. So I was in one of those little depressed emo kid moods, and I wrote the lyrics at the time, and I kind of reflected on them for a little while and came back to them, and I kind of looked at it and I was like, you know, this is kind of shit. I'm gonna make something else. And it's more of a take on when you can't have something, what do you do? What do you take from something, even though if it's right in front of you and you can't grab it, which is what the line at the end of the chorus is. You know, you have my shadow, I'll have your ghost. You know, the shadow is, you know, you can see the outline of something, and you can't actually touch it, even though you can see it's there in your ghost. It's you, but it's not a physical, tangible thing. So at that point, what do you do? And the song's sort of my personal interpretation on that.
Okay, and then how do you guys as a band feel about that song? Like, does it like inspire you guys as a band or not?
Well, I feel it touches me in a very emotional way as well, because I've had similar experiences. So I mean, I can get really into the song when we play it and everything. And yeah, I just feel like it inspires me better to stick with these guys, because they're good guys. We mesh together well, and we like to call.
All right, and Will, you play guitar on that? You do a killer lead thing in that. Like, what's your inspiration of that? Like that lead, did the song actually inspire you to write the lead part to that, or is it just something?
It did. The way it sounds and the song is about. You know, I really liked it, so I thought I'd play it. You know, a nice little mellow solo to fit it in, because it's one of our slower songs, so it sounds really nice. So I just thought, you know, nice little solo fit well into it.
All right. Now, next thing, inspirations as musicians. Who's your number one inspiration as a musician?
I know mine on top of my head.
There we go.
Can I go? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically three, but we'll say two. For singing, I'd probably go for Spencer Chamberlain from Under. He's been a big inspiration for me, just being able to switch off from singing to streaming and do it seamlessly and just without fail night after night. It's awesome, and the lyrics he writes in his band are just absolutely amazing to me. And bass playing, a lot of you don't know this, I actually pretty avid jazz guy, and my favorite bass player is Rick Rubin. A lot of bassists are gonna hear this and go, yeah, and a lot of people are gonna go, fuck is that? But if you get the chance, look him up. The dude's absolutely amazing.
I thought it was like a one band answer, but okay.
Okay, so
Inspiration.
for me,
Right, it's whatever.
vocally, a lot of Winds of Plague and Born of Osiris, I really like both of their vocals, and obviously that reflects in the fact that I do both.
Yep.
Guitar-wise, oh my gosh, everything. I grew up on classic rock. Progressively got harder and harder, heavier and heavier.
Harder and harder and harder.
You know what? You like spank your pussy so
Yes.
The black pussy.
Yeah, the black pussy that
You
we
like
saw
spank your
earlier.
black pussy. Yeah. So, Alright, and yeah, so just a lot of classic rock. Pretty much. Yep, I'm done.
Come back from that.
So I'd have to say August Burns Red. I don't care what any of you guys say, I love them. Just period. The drummer is inspirational. It's sick.
Okay.
Assholes talk too much.
It's not, I'm making fun of him, it's nothing to do.
Well, and then he sings, and then he plays bass at the same time with his penis, and that's Andrew's story. It's like, shut up, get to the point. I hate strangle.
Okay, Will's turn.
Will's turn.
One of my biggest influences playing guitar would have to be the members from Insomnia, because they're a melodic death metal band, and they have very beautiful melodies in their songs, and that heavily influences my playing style, and I try to add that in all of our songs. And the guitar work from The Contortionists, the stuff on their Exoplanet, I really love that stuff, and I try to write songs like that at the moment, still working on it. And also the guitar playing for Born of Osiris, I really love it. It's really nice. Hopefully one day I'll be able to do the stuff they do.
Awesome. All right, is that it? All right, and then so basically you guys have a very diverse jazz guy, mostly metal, hardcore, and then death metal, which is like out there. So that's cool. All right, and how do you guys feel about Brutality Records and the bands that you've played with from Brutality Records? And
Oh man, it's awesome.
They're pretty cool.
All the bands are
Great
the label.
bands.
They're great. They all sound great.
Just for clarity makes me hate myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I listened to them. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they went
I
on,
need
and I was
to
just like,
march to
how
this.
do we follow that? What in the world?
Well, I'd say you guys' show is pretty sick, regardless of those guys. But I still think you guys own the night from that, just by one stage presence and the crazy facial expressions Andrew made and everybody else made.
I can't help that. It happens.
But I can say it too, and also you guys use the sex appeal thing. The girl's fucking dying over your drummer here.
My mom whistled at you.
The other thing too is like that works. You guys need to do stuff like that. The funk music with that was awesome.
Did you like, if you watch the video again, you can hear people cheering for that and start laughing. Yeah.
They're like, yeah.
They're like, yeah. They're like, woo! It's
You
great.
need to get into it more. You just gotta take it off. You should have been
Yeah,
like,
you were just like, you did it off. You're just like,
You gotta be like,
He's like, fuck this.
that was actually the first time we did that. We were joking around in the band. We were just like, hey, how about we just play some porno music?
how about a strip for you
Yeah.
guys?
and then we finally just pointed out. We're like, this is happening.
Yeah,
you
this
got
is
down
gonna
for
happen.
boxers
We're
and it
gonna
got
do it.
really weird.
What?
Yeah.
In practice, I went down to my boxers. I did that.
Yeah,
That's
it was
very weird.
Yeah.
So you guys actually practiced that porno moment
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
We actually practiced it, so I was gonna go play drums, but I don't know where that went, honestly.
I decided to leave my pants on, so it was a short thing.
That's good.
We
So you have a short thing.
we might be doing that in the future,
Sure.
just for the
Oh
laughs.
my god.
I don't think anyone expected that because
No,
we haven't
that
told
was
anybody
great.
about
That
that.
was great.
It was just in between us.
I'm happy with
Crowd
how well the
reactions
Wall
were-
of Death went too.
That
We
was
planned that one out as well.
That was sick. Yeah. See,
I'm glad that actually worked.
I didn't see it happen.
Yeah.
I saw people spread out.
I have to say, like, out of all the people that's done the Wall of Death at Volume 11, that was pretty sick. Yeah, just saying. Anyways.
All right, so we're Till They Rise, and you can pick up our CD from any one of us. You can pick it up online, any popular CD vendor. You got iTunes, CD Baby, wherever you want to buy it, you can buy it there. Currently, we only have 10 physical copies of the CD. If you want more, let us know, because we'll get more, and we'll get them to you. We have stuff on YouTube. You need to check out our Facebook page. We update stuff there. You can check out our shows and events going on. See what we're doing.
Till They Rise.
You can also pre-order CDs.
Yep.
I'm so sure.